just going to talk about hammocks.
All right, what's the title of this video?
Why tents suck.
Yeah. That's how I'm going to clip right there at the beginning.
I think we have fully established my opinion on this trip. How much I love tents.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Southern Hike. I'm Taylor, and today I have my friend John Kelley, as you all know him on YouTube, and I have got some questions for him today. I am a beginner hammock camper, as you may know. I've been a tent dweller for years now, and I thought he'd be a good person to answer some of these beginner questions that I had, and possibly you have also. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into it, and I'll go ahead and ask him the first question. All right, John, so my first question, and I feel like I already answered this for myself when I was younger, when I found out even the summer why, but what is the purpose of having an underquilt on your hammock?
Well, you got to think you're in a hanging piece of fabric. So if you're in a hanging piece of fabric can only do so much insulation, and there's something they call cold butt syndrome, and it's where basically you're in a hammock, your top feels great, you know, you're nice and warm because you got your top quilt on and everything's great, but the underside of you has air blowing underneath it. It's open to the temperature of wherever it is that you're at, and you end up getting a freezing cold backside and you don't sleep well. Having the underquilt is a necessity, even in the summertime. Your natural body temperature is almost 100 degrees. And 98.6.
That's right.
And if you don't have something equal to that as far as the temperature outside, your underside's going to get cold. Even if it's 80 degrees at night, if there's a huge breeze going underneath you, there will come a point during the middle of the night where you're actually going to feel chilled on the underside.
So my next question would be, and I guess this is there's a few different opinions on this one I've heard, is it important to use a bug net? Obviously, if you're in an area where there is a lot of bugs, you would definitely want to use one then, but is it always necessary to use a bug net with your hammock?
On the wintertime, no, not at all. Because, there's really not any bugs to deal with in the wintertime. It's not like in the summer you got mosquitoes and all that stuff flying around. And some people will say that you don't even need a bug net in the summer if you use permethrin on all your stuff and your clothes, that the bugs will just stay away. I like the bug net personally, because if I turn a light on in my hammock at night, I don't have to worry about the bugs swarming the light that's inside my hammock. So for me, I won't go out without a bug net. That doesn't mean it's a necessity for other people, but for me personally, I prefer to have one every time I go out. But like I said, in the wintertime, you don't even really need to worry about it.
All right, so my next question is, and I feel like this could be a controversial one too, is there any weight savings to using a hammock system over using a tent?
There can be a weight savings on anything, really.
Sure.
We were talking about your tarp. This is your first real big boy hammock.
That's right.
I got my first one in 2019, and the thing about hammocks is you can always go lighter, and you can always go a lot more expensive. That's right. I think we've all learned in backpacking, the lighter the gear, the more expensive it gets, because of the materials they have to use. I have a tarp that weighs 7 ounces. And I'm looking at a hammock right now that I want to buy where the hammock weighs 7 ounces. That's 14 ounces. That's as light as an X-Pack. Or a Z-Pack's,
that's going to beat out any of those.
Yeah,
really.
You're talking, it's less than a pound, and that's your tarp and your hammock. Now you've got guy lines and stuff like that, but you maybe add like 2 or 3 ounces total. So you're looking at a pound, and that's pretty dang light.
Yeah.
You can go super lightweight with a hammock setup. Just depends on how much money you're willing to spend, and how much you're willing to work out, because you can't have that really thin hammock unless you lose some weight. So obviously that's something I'm going to work on a little bit, but those are you can have some major weight savings with a hammock. Just like you can buy a really heavy tent, you can also buy a really heavy hammock. You can buy ultralight tents. You can buy ultralight hammocks.
So my next question would be can hammock camping be for a side sleeper?
Yeah, absolutely. It just depends. I know some people actually sleep better on their sides in a gathered end hammock like this one. But if you've got someone who's in a bridge hammock, which a bridge hammock's a little different, you've got something called spreader bars on either side, and the hammock lays completely flat. A lot of people sleep in those with a sleeping pad instead of an underquilt. Just the same reason you would in a tent, for insulation purposes. But then if you do that, it's like sleeping in a tent. You can be on your side, on your back, on your stomach. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
hammocks, you can sleep on your side. I've slept on my side in my hammock before and been fine. It just depends on when you find that sweet spot. The difference between a hammock and a tent's kind of like sleeping in a bed. It's just a flat surface. You lay on it. It is what it is. With a hammock, you have to kind of find the sweet spot, and then when you find it, everything's heaven. But finding that sweet spot, you can sleep on your side. You can sleep on your back. It's just really getting in there and sleeping a few nights in it and finding out where that sweet spot is.
What's comfortable for you. So
Yeah.
my final question would be is what's the best way to lay in your hammock, as far as, you know, I've heard a lot about laying at is it a diagonal
Yeah.
angle?
Yeah.
And what's the point of doing that?
We always say if you lay straight in a hammock, it's called laying like a banana, because your butt's down low, your legs are up high, and your head's up high. And truthfully, if you sleep like that, your neck, your back, your legs, they're all gonna probably hurt in the morning when you wake up. Laying at an angle actually allows your body to lay flat like you would on the ground.
Right.
The way the hammocks are designed. So laying your body at a diagonal actually gives you a flatter lay, which is a more comfortable lay, and allows you to lay there without having to worry about back pain, neck pain, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, John, I really appreciate you answering these questions.
Yeah,
Those
man,
are some
tents suck. Like, can I say that enough times in this video? Can I totally railroad this and just say tents suck? I'm sleeping in a tent and I hate my life right now. So
He's the full-time hammock man.
dude, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I wouldn't even do tents. But I want to be fair and give him a shot.
And I'm witnessing it today. He is giving them a shot.
It's
sure.
there. I paid money for things that I wish I hadn't paid money for, and I bought more hammock stuff. But just saying, if there's anything you learned from this video, hammocks are better.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. And please, if you got any more questions, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your questions, and I'll forward them on to John, because I don't know if I could answer them. But we'll definitely make sure they do get answered. So, guys, again, thanks for being here. Appreciate your support always, and we will see you next week.
See ya.